Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
Reactions have continued to trail the recent allegation by the acting managing director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Professor Keme Brady Kumoponde, that committees vested with the oversight responsibility on the intervention agency had consistently distorted its annual budgets for personal aggrandizement. While the accused federal legislators have since responded to the allegation, Niger Delta leader Edwin Clark and other Niger Deltans insist that the allegations must be investigated to reflect objectives of the Commission's ongoing forensic audit ordered by President Muhammadu Buhari in September 2019. Correspondent Tekena Mefori tells us more.
Professor Ponde, in the ongoing exchange between interim management of the NDDC and the National Assembly, had accused the federal lawmakers of padding the Commission's annual budgets with non-existing projects to benefit them at the expense of largely impoverished communities in the Niger Delta. According to Professor Ponde, leaders of two committees appointed to oversight the NDDC in the National Assembly had inserted about 500 projects in the 2019 budget of the Commission, which had no direct bearing on the region's development.
Almost 500 new projects were added to the budget, and the appropriation was done in such a way that meaningful projects were appropriated very little sums of money so that we could not meet any of the commitments. Those two committees have put the National Assembly in very bad light, whilst we know that majority of the people in the Senate and in the House of Reps had no knowledge of what these two committees were doing to them.
The NDDC boss also accused leaders of the National Assembly committees appointed to oversight the Commission of deliberately delaying its budget passage to frustrate projects and programs designed to transform the Niger Delta. He noted, for instance, that the 2019 budget was passed on 10th April and received from the National Assembly on 20th April 2020, barely 6 weeks to its expiration on 31st May 2020, as confirmed by Chairman of Senate Committee on Niger Delta, Senator Peter Nwoboshi.
The 2019 budget was given to them on the 20th of April. They signed for it. They have been implementing that budget since 20th of April.
The 2019 budget expire on the 31st of May without any single project being achieved, mostly because the budget came from the National Assembly very late.
Confronted with a 6 weeks budget implementation period for its 2019 budget, Interim Management Committee of the NDDC realized that very little could be achieved within the time frame. To salvage the situation, it had requested a variant of its 2019 budget to enable it move funds from projects which could not be executed due to lengthy processes to other projects that will be implemented immediately so that the region does not lose out completely. Again, the variant request was turned down on account of a technicality which both parties had earlier agreed to waive. Sadly, delayed passage of NDDC budget has been the norm in the National Assembly over the years. It will be recalled that when the Commission's 2017 budget was passed on Tuesday, 20th February 2018, it had just a window of 3 months to implement a full year's budget that was to expire by 31st May of that year. It was gathered that previous and subsequent budgets had suffered same fate due to delayed action on the presentation of the Commission's annual budget proposals to both chambers of the National Assembly. Reacting to this development, elder statesman Edwin Clark has written to the National Assembly requesting an immediate investigation of alleged malfeasance by members of its committees on Niger Delta.
The two chairmen should step down. Even the whole committee, set up a neutral committee in the National Assembly to look into these cases. The allegations made by the interim committee against the committees of National Assembly and the allegations made against the interim committee is not a substitute for the forensic investigation.
Chief Edwin Clark, who was at the vanguard of a sustained campaign for the establishment of the NDDC to transform the long-neglected and backward Niger Delta region, insists that the commission be given a new sense of direction to deliver on its mandate.
Right from beginning, I've been very much involved in NDDC. I would do anything to protect the interests of the Niger Delta people. The law was established to improve the area. Rather, it is improving individuals and so forth. The forensic auditing must go on. All of us, are there anything done by anybody to frustrate it or sidetrack it will be resisted by us. We'll even go to court.
Other observers of recent events unfolding in the NDDC have attributed the current rift between the Commission's interim management and the National Assembly to a clash of interest between the presidency and the federal legislators over leadership of the intervention agency. The Senate had in November 2019 confirmed members of the Pius Odubu-led governing board of the NDDC and directed them to resume with immediate effect. The lawmakers' action was in spite of the fact that the president had kept the board in abeyance upon realizing that it was wrongfully constituted. As far as the lawmakers are concerned, the interim management put in place to oversee the forensic audit of an ailing NDDC is illegal and should not be allowed to function. For Professor Ponde, however, the current rift follows an unwholesome tradition in the National Assembly that continues to emasculate the NDDC and stifle development in the Niger Delta.
From what we are hearing from staff here, it's been a regular thing all over the years. You have to accede to them or you don't get a budget. So until we go back to the drawing board and have the budgeting processes transparent, have the budgeting processes free, and the stranglehold on the NDDC is removed, the stranglehold by the committees with oversight function, until those strangleholds are removed and NDDC is able to get a budget proper, all these problems will continue.
After taking a close look at intriguing politics greeting the ongoing forensic audit of the NDDC, not a few Niger Deltans have prevailed on members of the National Assembly to sheath their swords in the collective interests of their region.
When a system goes wrong, you can bring in a group, a collective to clean the huge and stable before you now say, okay, I'm appointing this number of people as board members for this term. Let the interim management committee be allowed to function.
You allow the interim management committee do their job by supervising these forensic audits. They've been there all this while. They have not called for that forensic audit. Mr. President has graciously done this so as to fight the roots going on in that system. So why do you want to distract them?
Let them finish the forensic audit, okay? Once they finish the audit, then they can institute a new audit to audit these particular people in this short time, okay? And let's see. Because no matter how bad it may be, I don't think that people who are there for 3 months or 6 months will cause as much devastation as those who have been there for the last 15, 18 years.
Inside the Niger Delta,